It's okay. I'll deal with it. All right. Good morning, everyone. I call to order the Yamhill County Board of Commissioners formal session for May 4th, 2023. It is 10:02 in the morning. And Commissioner Johnston, since it's your big day, would you please lead us in the flag salute?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Has anyone ever told you that you have the Star Wars birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
I like it.
May the 4th be with you. Okay, so item C is our calendar session. Anything to add to the calendar?
I don't know, Carolina, if you have the Overland Expo, did we talk about that for next weekend?
No.
I don't know if anybody's gonna go. It's at the fairgrounds, Friday and Saturday.
We talked about it just in general, but not on the calendar.
All right. Please, and then Monday's AOC day. We've got,
Committee meetings.
we have legislative board of directors and committee meetings
Okay,
starting, well, HHS is at 8 and there's a bunch of other ones, but
we have those tomorrow too.
yes.
Okay.
Some are on Friday.
All right, anything else to add? Okay, item D is public comment. This time period is reserved for public comment on any topic other than an agenda item, a quasi judicial land use matter or topic scheduled for a public hearing. I don't believe we received any written comments, but if there's any public comment in the audience or online, please feel free to raise your hand. Okay. Hearing none. Item E is our department updates. We have nothing today. Nothing on our work session calendar. Item G is consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay. Further discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Thank you. Motion passes. Item H1, old business. Consideration of approval in the matter of upholding the planning director's decision to deny the planning docket FP-10-22/SDR-40-22. The floodplain development permit, tax lot R 3219-00700. The applicant is NV5 Inc. And the owner is Chehalem Parks and Recreation District. This is continued from April 13th of 2023. Commissioners, as you know, we upheld the planning director's decision. These are the written findings. Ironically, CPRD's board, I think it was last week, decided to, they voted to appeal this decision. So we will be seeing more of it. Do I have a motion to approve the findings?
No.
Okay, any further discussion?
None.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign.
Thank you, Jody, for doing.
Thank
the
you.
Findings,
Yes.
putting them together for us.
Thank you, thank you. Other business, I1 is consideration of approval of an agreement between Yamhill County and Civic Plus LLC for website development and hosting services in the not to exceed amount of $72,283 effective upon final execution. And commissioners, we had an intent to award earlier. This is the contract for that intent to award, and this is for our website. So happy to see this go through. I know a lot of people are excited about this too. So I will move approval of I1. Is there further discussion?
None.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Thank you. Item I2. Consideration of authorizing position authority to reallocate 1.0 FTE from civil deputy to a records clerk position in the sheriff's office. And we kind of touched on this a little bit in the past 3 days, but this is, a redefining of the position basically due to was it a retirement? Okay.
And this has nothing to do with the 2 line items from yesterday on the budget, right? Okay.
Okay, so I will move approval of item I2. Is there further discussion?
None.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Great, motion passes. Thank you. I3, consideration of approval of a commercial property lease agreement between Yamhill County and Ronald and Linda Hickson for storage space in the amount of $2,000 per month effective May 1st, 2023 through April 30th of 2028 with an auto renewal option. And this is for the sheriff to lease additional space primarily for evidence items, cars that have been involved in fatality wrecks.
Has anybody driven by there? I was looking at an aerial and it looks like there's a bunch of cars there already. So have we been leasing it or did somebody move out and it's empty now?
Good question. I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Okay.
So I have a question, maybe you'll be able to, or
Mhm.
Justin be able to answer it. So looking at that, I wasn't able, so in other words, what's our out on that one? Is it 30 days or is it the full year? I tried to find I know there's an auto renew.
Who worked on this lease agreement? Colton. No.
Just wondering, I mean, I'm
Good question.
always looking for options. That's $2,000 a month. If there's another cheaper option, I know it's on Alpine, which might be a more expensive option. I'm sure there are not a lot of options for those types of facilities, but just wondering if we did find something that was cheaper and came our way, what's our out?
60 days.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right, great.
And we have to keep those vehicles for quite a long time, right? Especially if it was a
Mhm.
fatality with a pending
Correct.
case. Yeah.
Correct.
We're running out of room because all the marijuana busts too, from what I understand.
Well, and we're always strained for space out at the Public Works yard when you have all the, especially around fair time.
Yeah.
And so when you have, with the space that Public Works occupies with all their equipment, and then you have the sheriff's office and parks and everything, that yard gets condensed pretty quickly.
And this seems pretty reasonable for $2,000 a month. I haven't driven by it, but at least the aerial photo, there's a building there plus a fenced in yard.
Yeah,
So-
the security is a big deal for
Mhm.
this too. So you have to consider that in terms of space needs.
And it's not that far away.
Right,
Right.
okay.
Okay, so I will move approval of item I3. Any further discussion?
Done.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Right, thank you. Motion passes. I4, consideration of approval of amendment number 7 to agreement number 173153 between Yamhill County and the Oregon Health Authority, or OHA, for the financing of community mental health, addiction treatment, recovery and prevention and problem gambling services. This is Board Order 21-490 in the amount of $17,000 retroactive to January 1st, 2023 through June 30th of 2023.
And those are the alcohol and drug services and also the intoxicated driver program fund,
It's an add back of
adding,
funds. Right.
adding those funds to that.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay, any further discussion?
None.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Great, thank you. Motion passes.
Would it be weird if we backed up? Just one quick question on number 3.
Yep.
Was that budgeted?
I believe
Because I'm
so. We
assuming if
talked
we're
about
seeing
it.
this was probably 3 months ago, so it's probably in the budget for that lease.
Well, it might not be in a line item, but it sounds like they do have the funds available in the
Yeah.
current year budget. And then during the sheriff's presentation this week, he did have a specific line item.
Okay.
That budgeted for this next fiscal year as well.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and then commissioners, I have an add-on of a support letter for the Barbara Roberts Career Technical Education Center in Sheridan. As you know, we have supported this school significantly with $1.5 million of ARPA funds. And the superintendent, Dory Vickery, asked for a letter of support for their appeal to the legislature for $12 million in construction funds. So this letter I have is actually the old one. For some reason, the old one printed. I fixed some grammatical errors, so I can send out the correct version and I'll get that to Carolina. But if you want to see the gist of it, I think
I have
you
the
all,
letter.
you received the letter. Yeah.
Do you want the letter, Commissioner?
Is it not the same as this one?
That might be the revised one. This is the one we got from Superintendent Vickery.
Was that in the email that? she sent all of us?
This
Yeah,
is
I'm good.
her letter. This is the letter that
That you
she
wrote?
proposed,
Oh.
that I edited. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just a, kind of a simple
Just
support
outline.
letter.
So this is basically just the.
This would be from
typos and-
us. Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
grammatical.
Yeah. And I can send out the corrected version.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for doing that.
Yep.
It's due
Okay.
tomorrow, so.
It's due. Yes. It's due tomorrow.
God, I hate when the homework due next day.
Okay, so I will move approval of the letter from the Board of Commissioners on behalf, in support of the Barbara Roberts Career Technical Education Center. Any further discussion?
None.
Yeah. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Great, thank you. And I'll get that sent out after the meeting. Item J is public hearings. We have nothing today. Item K, announcements.
I have a couple of things. Today's National Day of Prayer, and the McMinnville Ministerial Alliance has a gathering behind the courthouse. And they start at noon, if anyone can make it. It might be rainy, but there's always undercover options. And also is the groundbreaking for Juliet's house this afternoon. And the other thing I wanted to bring up is that Marion County Commissioner Bethel has proposed a letter that we would write regarding the Mossman decision regarding the Oregon State Hospital recommendations and some of the concerns that we have as counties. So hoping that the AOC HHS subcommittee, steering committee can get behind this and we can work on some options that we can do, because it's not just affecting Marion County significantly, but all the counties.
Right.
So that is going to be on our agenda for Monday.
And I know we have had a request to support Marion County's effort in some way. Christian, I'm not sure if you had gotten a chance to follow up with their,
I did. I spoke
Do you want
with
the letter? Chair?
Jane Beto, their county council. She mentioned that they would be most interested if counties were willing to join their amicus briefs.
Okay.
I don't know if that's something that is going to be appropriate for us to do. I did have a conversation this morning with Director Manfred. It doesn't appear at the moment that we are being quite as directly impacted as a number of other counties. Doesn't mean that we might not have those impacts going forward. So that's something we can have a further discussion about if we want to sign on to those amicus briefs. I think ideally what they were looking for were some more specific examples of here's how we've been directly impacted since last fall by this order. According to Director Manfred, we just don't have the number, the volume of patients who are being impacted by that order, and the county ability to effectively manage those patients isn't impacting us as directly as it might be for some of the larger counties that have larger numbers of patients. But we can talk a little bit more about that. There's no reason we couldn't if we wanted to, but perhaps this letter is as an effective option as any other. I wasn't aware that there was a letter being considered by AOC, but that might be as effective, if not better.
I'll send it to you. And the other thing is even if we have one, which we have had, that causes concerns regarding public safety and some of our, our capacity to address these issues in terms of housing or public safety or wraparound services. It doesn't take much. So I'll get this letter
Yeah.
to you and you can take a look at it.
Perfect.
yeah, we've had one high profile individual, but it's unclear if we've had additional issues. That just
Yeah.
happened to come to the forefront, so. Was that all your announcements?
And happy birthday to Commissioner Johnston.
Thank you.
So quick thing on Monday, the clerk, Carrie Hinton, is hosting a open to the public test on our vote tally equipment. It's at 10 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to attend that and just kind of get a walkthrough with her and make sure everything is up and running and up to speed and ready to go for the election. That's 10 o'clock on Monday. Next week is National Fentanyl Awareness Day. So I will be bringing forward a resolution on Thursday addressing that. I believe it's on May 9th, Tuesday. So it'll be a couple days later, but I want to make sure that's on our radar next week. Any announcements? Okay.
I was busy this week.
Well, speaking of that, I do want to again thank Ken and Justin for all of the work that you put into the budget. Carolina and Nicole for helping as well, and then our budget committee members, Jason Fields, Doreen App, and Denny Elmer, for giving up 3 full days of their work week for our budget process. It's very important. So thank you again.
Mike Barnhart.
And Mike, yes. All right. So if there's nothing else for the good of the order, I will adjourn our formal session for May 4th, 2023. It is 10:18.